Noreen and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a no churn ice cream that you can put in your freezer. You don't need an ice cream maker to do it, and technically it's called a Semi Fredo. And if any of you are familiar with a Semi Fredo, it's kind of like a cross between an ice cream and a gelato. So we're going to make what I'm calling a super simple Semi Fredo, and you're not going to believe how easy it is. You're going to pop it in your freezer for 6 hours and you're going to be able to have scoopable ice cream that you'd made without an ice cream maker and without a lot of ingredients and without a lot of work. So let's get started. I have 2 cups of heavy cream that I have whipped to a stiff peak. I have 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. I'll be using a pinch of salt, and just because I can, I'm going to go ahead and split and scrape a vanilla bean. And I get my vanilla beans from Vanilla Products USA, and I'll put a link to them below. This is the cheapest that I've ever found vanilla beans, and their quality is second to none. When you get a good vanilla bean, you can just split it down the center with your knife and you scrape it. Oops, don't do that. But all of this is like, it's just gold. It's like caviar. It is what the vanilla bean is. And when you get really good like French vanilla ice cream and you see the flecks of vanilla bean, that's what this is. And you can go back and get all of it out of there. Now this bean is not spent. You can keep that in a jar of vanilla and make yourself some vanilla sugar, and in about 6 weeks you'll have the most amazing vanilla sugar you can imagine. I'm just going to set that aside. So now we have to build. If you were making a traditional Semi Fredo, you would actually be using about 6 egg yolks, and you would be, you know, cooking them with some sugar. Traditional Semi Fredo, you don't cook the egg yolks in sugar, but more updated versions actually have the sugar and the egg yolks cooked because of bacterial issues and salmonella worries. So we're going to scrape out this 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk all the way and get all that goodness out of there. So because this is sweetened, it already has all the sugar that you're going to need in here. We're going to mix in 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. Oopsie. And get that well blended. And when you look for sweetened condensed milk, make sure you're reading the label. The major name brand, like Eagle brand, is a good choice, but sometimes we find it cheaper, like a store brand or something. You want to make sure that there only are 2 ingredients, which is milk and sugar. And that's what this is. I know you love condensed milk. And this is sweetened condensed milk. It is not evaporated milk, so I want to make sure that's what you're looking for. I threw my vanilla bean caviar in here. Give that a good stir. Well, the little seeds inside the vanilla bean look like caviar.
Don't do stuff like that, ever.
Yes, Molly, there's caviar in my ice cream. I should have just let her think that. And because I think all sweet things need a little bit of salt, I'm just going to put a pinch, and I mean a pinch of salt. That'll just help bring out the flavors. And now we're going to start folding in our whipped cream. I'm going to fold in about half of it at first. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm always bumping you. And get the rest in there.
They probably shouldn't be standing so close. And when you're folding, you want to
slice down the middle and bring up from the bottom so it kind of folds over into itself. This is a motion that you're going to want to learn if you're not familiar with it. The more you do it, the easier it gets. So you're just folding it over into itself. You're not stirring, you're folding, because we don't want to lose any of the loft from that whipped cream. And mix it well. You can see how pretty. You can already see all of those flecks of vanilla bean in there, and that's really going to pop the flavor. So this is really going to be a delicious vanilla ice cream, and really no work at all. It's just amazing. You don't need an ice cream maker. I don't have an ice cream maker. It's one of those gadgets that I just never got. They're kind of expensive. Okay, I have a bread pan. This is a 9x5 bread pan, and I have lined the entire thing with a double layer of plastic wrap. Now, at this point, if you wanted this to be Snickers ice cream, for instance, you could just throw some chopped up Snickers in here. Okay? I know you want that. And you could layer it in there and then like put half and then a layer of Snickers and then put the rest of the ice cream mixture. What we're going to do is we're going to cover this up by just folding over the extra plastic. And we're going to set this in the freezer for anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, at least 6 hours. You shouldn't take it out any sooner than that, otherwise you'll still have a little bit of a soft mess to deal with. So this goes in the freezer for 6 hours, and when that happens, and this is all frozen and tasty, we're going to bring you back and we're going to scoop this, and we're going to have some vanilla ice cream. We'll be back. Okay, our ice cream has been in the refrigerator a very long time, and it is like late in the evening. So we're gonna, and I have to confess, we actually did stick our spoons in here earlier and gave it a try. So let's scoop up some of this vanilla.
Did it form right more?
It did.
Nice.
It's so smooth. Oh, beautiful. And there you have homemade ice cream that you didn't have to have an ice cream maker for, that you didn't have to do a lot of hard work for. All you have to do is beat some cream, whip some cream, and add your flavorings and some sweetened condensed milk, and how easy was that?
Looks like the real thing.
I know. Chocolate and vanilla, our first two basic flavors. We're going to move up next time, and we're probably going to do something with fruit in it. So I hope that you try this, because it's way too easy not to give this a try, and I hope that you love it. I'll be sure and put the recipe on my website, and that's noreenskitchen.com. Thanks so much for joining me today to learn how to make this easy ice cream. Until next time, I'll see ya.